So often we see videos where people are showing their perspective of their class or whatever, and what we don't often get along with that is what's going on in their heads during the encounter, why they're doing the rotation they're doing. So I wanted to set up a little series where as I'm fighting these bosses, I'm explaining why I'm casting what I'm casting, why I'm doing whatever and moving to wherever at any given instance, so that maybe, you know, folks who are trying to become better disc priest players can maybe get some insight into my style of playing. I need to point that out. There's many different styles of playing. My style tends to be more of an AOE type style, and you know, the decisions I make are reflected in that approach. So with this series, hopefully I can impart some knowledge and help some folks improve their skills playing disc.
5, 4, 3.
Alright, so Stormwall Blockade. In this fight we start on 2 ships with the raid split evenly by DPS on each ship, because the mini bosses have to come down at the same time. If they hit 50% unevenly, there is a large amount of damage that comes out on the ship. Now, I start on the Brother Joseph side. There's some ground effects to take care of, as well as an ad that comes out. The siren comes out, and you have to DPS her down quickly, or else she will focus on somebody and make them walk off the boat to their death. So focus down the siren, come back to the boss, watch out for the ground effects. Now you have the one effect that is called Sea Storm that Brother Joseph puts on you. When you get that, you need to move it to the corner or the edge of the boat and then get out of it. It causes a slowdown, and it causes radiating damage. So you need to get it out of the raid, get it to the side of the boat. Continue DPSing Brother Joseph down. When he gets to 50%, the bosses switch sides. At that point, now you have Sister Catherine on your side. For her, the only thing you really have to worry about is doing your standard damage rotation. If you get Crackling Lightning, move that out. Also, she does this ability called Voltaic Flash, and you will see she will do an emote that will alert you to the fact that it's about to happen. And when it does, she sets up a pattern of lightning that you have to avoid. If you don't, it does a lot of damage and could potentially kill somebody very quickly. So she'll do an emote, and the pattern will come out, and you just have to avoid it. And at that point, beyond that, it's not very, very difficult to deal with her. So here's her emote.
Beware.
And you'll see the Voltaic Flash come out, and it's a pattern of lightning bolts on one side for this one. There's various patterns that happen, so you just have to move out of that. And at this point, we're just doing our standard healing rotations, keeping people up, and preparing for the second phase.
Beware.
As soon as Catherine's down, both bosses are down, you click on the portal. Sometimes the other group has not finished theirs yet, and you'll end up on their ship. Typically, you should probably try to coordinate that a little better than we did, but c'est la vie. Alright, so at this point we land, we're in phase 2. We all stack up here in this spot in preparation for the sea swell casts that come out. Now these put a bunch of stuff on the ground. The thing is they've got a ticking damage if you stand in it, and when you're stacked and all of the stacks of them go in the same place, you are now stacking that ticking thing. So that is something you absolutely have to get out of. So getting out of the sea storm is important. There's also a frozen tide pool patch that is put on the ground that everybody needs to soak. And for the ground effects, that's it. Get out of the green stuff, stand in the blue circle. Now you'll also get
I ran through it on purpose.
An ability. 2 people will get an ability called Storm's Wail. When you get Storm's Wail, you can run through the sea swell and soak up the ground effects that are left behind from that. But there's a counter on that, and when it ticks down, you need to either use a demon gate or run very quickly to the back of the pier, because you're going to drop the ad as you see here now. Now the problem with the ads are they get close to the boss and they start energizing him with with their ability. And so killing the boss is very important. Okay, so how do we heal through all this? Well, the first concern is staying out of things and staying alive. Staying alive is more important than DPSing and healing at this point. If you stay out of things, you don't have to be healed much, right? So I move a lot. I do a lot of shielding. When I have the opportunities for long casts, I will put up radiances. I will do smites.
Cheat taunt. Dispel.
As you saw, the tank just called for dispel. You do not dispel the tanks until they call for it. They have the dispel actually is beneficial to them, or the debuff is beneficial to them. They will call for it, and you can dispel them then. So continue to soak. Continue to, if you get the sea whale, storm's whale, clearing off the sea swell, and as much as you can, do your raid wide heals, Halo, Shadow Covenant, get up any radiances you can, and then turn and make sure you're DPSing the ads when they come up. So it's really, this is all about standing in the right place. For example, right there, I was not standing in sea swell. I was standing in the soak there.
Dispel.
It's a good time to last.
And was able to continue working over the ads before they could get up and energize the boss.
Get out of the. You're standing in something, Mormon.
I know that. I've already moved out of it, but it's hidden underneath that black shit. With all the stuff on the ground, it gets very difficult to make sure that you're not standing in bad things. And so it's very important to be aware of the damage you're taking personally. So again, soaking, dodging, killing the ads. As you see we have 2 ads up here. It's very important to get them both down. And I do believe that once we get these 2 down, we go ahead and lust at this point, and then just burn the boss down. But again, I'm finding a nice, comfortable place to stand where I have the time to cast my large cast. And you see, Sea Swell just came up, and so there's a lot. As you see, there's a lot of stuff all over the ground. I'm working very hard to not be in it, and continuing to find a place where I can have the opportunity to make big casts. And in the meantime, doing a lot of shielding. I use Rapture on cooldown here because of the fact that this is a major shielding fight for me. So Rapture on cooldown to give as much protection as possible. And at this point now we're just going to tunnel the boss and finish off the fight.
Get the boss. Good job.
I think the threat of having to start the raid over next week kind of got everybody's attention. All right, thanks for coming by. We appreciate your time. Come on back and check out future videos, and happy gaming. We'll see you later.